All right, folks, after a long hiatus, we are back at it with the truck. And my last video was 2 months ago, and I was very close to going for the first drive, but now we've got a lot of little things refined. I did have it running and driving, and I actually filmed a first drive video, but the exhaust wasn't finished, and I use the word finished lightly because it's still kicking out the side, but it was so loud. I didn't have the pipes coming out. You couldn't really hear anything. It sounded terrible. So this is the official first drive, because I've got kind of the bugs worked out. I had some issues under the hood. I had a bearing that needed some attention, and we'll just walk around and I'll show kind of where the truck is at as of right now. And we'll just take it for a spin. So first, let's come to the back here, and I do have it's a truck, so I'm hauling stuff in it. So let's take a look at the back kind of piece to the bed that I finally got done. So I welded some ends on. This is a tool bar. I think I maybe included it in a video previously. This is a tool bar off of like a cultivator, and it still has the implement logo on there, and the model, which is a 378 something. I don't know what it was, but yeah, so I got that on. That finishes the back off a lot, gives a little bit of extra weight in the back, which is nice. I welded a few hooks in here to tie down points, which is really nice. I just need to put a couple more here, and I also have some diamond plate that I'm going to put over the top of here. Inside, I got the rubber mat back in. I made a nice doghouse cover and got that bolted in. I didn't have that all last year with the other engine, so that's done. I got a nice shifter boot on there. So let's come over here under the hood. Hold on. So under the hood, I did have to put a new alternator on. This thing was really squeaking before I even put the engine in. I noticed it had a little noise, and it was really making a lot of noise. In my first run video, you probably can hear it in there. But since then, the engine runs great. I got no complaints about it. The only thing is I have just the tiniest little leak. Let me zoom in there. You got a tiny little exhaust leak. You can see the soot kind of shooting out there. And when the engine's cold, you can kind of hear that. It sounds like a little tick. I have an OEM gasket. I'm gonna take that off and put that in there, the crush gaskets, and it'll seal that up, I hope. I did not check to see how flat my cheap eBay headers were before I put them on. That was my mistake. But yeah, so not much left to do under the hood here, other than this wire is the temperature sensor, and I bought a little inline thing I'm gonna put in here with the temp sensor there. Otherwise, all the gauges, the factory gauges, are working. Oil pressure is good. So yeah, let's take it for a spin. All right, here we go. I'm gonna hand the phone off to Henry here and probably just hold it right about like that. All right, so this thing the fuel injection is so sweet. That's the fuel pump. It just fires up instantly. All right, we'll back her out here. We'll just take her for a little cruise through the neighborhood here. I don't know if we'll take it out on the highway or not. But one thing I noticed is how smooth the engine is, especially at higher RPMs, and how much more power it has at higher RPMs compared to the old 327. Yeah, maybe we will take it out on the highway. It's been a couple months since I made a video, and I'm sure half of you people lost interest in what I'm doing here. But I was really working hard to try to get this thing done before the 4th of July, and I had a few issues with it, and kind of got to where I burned myself out on it, as projects start to do, and it wasn't really fun for a while. But now being able to drive it again, it's so nice and rewarding now to just be able to enjoy it and just drive it and use it. Like I said, the engine runs just great, which whenever you buy something out of a junkyard, you always kind of roll the dice on. You don't know what you're getting exactly. Even though the junkyard did stand behind it, you know, that it was a good runner, you don't know what kind of issues you're going to have. And it seems like everything is really nice. I put new plugs in it, but injectors, everything seems to be working fine. So, yeah. Take her out on the highway and head home that direction. See if we can hit this light green. We'll get it up to 65 anyway. Maybe have a little bit of sun in your eyes. I don't know how well that's going to show up on the video. Not terrible. All right. We'll get on it a little bit here in a minute. She scoots. Woo! The power, man, is just completely different than the old engine. Like, the old one was pretty quick. You know, in the lower gears, but when you were on the highway and you wanted to kick it down, it definitely was lacking. And this thing at cruising speed on the highway, and you give it some gas, it's still, you know, you barely have any throttle when you're cruising compared to the other one. The other engine with the carburetor, you really had to have a lot of throttle into it to keep it going at 65 miles an hour, and this one it cruises so nice at 65. The engine's super smooth, it's so much quieter, so absolutely no regrets on this swap. It definitely was a lot of work, and not anything I've ever done before, and it was pretty difficult at times, but if I can do it out of my garage with minimal tools, I mean, anybody can do it. There's so much help online and so many parts available. It's really not that bad. I definitely would love to do it again in something. So yeah, thanks for sticking with the videos if you've been interested in this build. I don't know how much more we're gonna do on this thing, because the progress is going to be pretty few and far between now. You know, we'll drive it. Like I said, I live here in Minnesota, and in the winter I don't drive it. We just park it, and we'll probably bring it into the garage and do some more refinements on it. Maybe do airbags. I do want to get a rear fuel tank for it and get it out from behind the seat. Maybe power steering. So those are some of the things maybe this winter that I'll do on it, and just generally get it buttoned up and running good, and the little things that need to be fixed. But so the next couple videos here through the summer and fall, I got a couple auctions coming up soon that I'm going to be going to. If any of you have watched any of my auction videos, a couple farm auctions. It's been a little slow this summer, but we'll go to a few of those and make some good videos, and maybe buy some stuff, and we'll take the truck along too. So we'll document that and make a video out of it for anybody that's interested. So otherwise, yeah, this has been the official first drive, at least as far as anybody watching is concerned. So Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next one.